Welcome to Cube 57. I'm Dr. Laura Murillo, President and CEO of the Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We are here with Houston legend Nelly Quijano. As you know, we've been featuring different individuals here in the Houston area. You're going to enjoy getting to meet her, learning more about her, and also learning about her career as a McDonald's franchisee here in the Houston area. So let's give a warm welcome to our first guest. Nelly, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for the invitation.
Well, it's always good to see you, and I've been seeing more of you. I really enjoyed the piece that the Houston Chronicle did about you, McDonald's, and the scholarships that you all are giving, and what a change agent you all are in the careers of these college students. So thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
Tell us a little bit about how you got started with the scholarship program and why McDonald's has decided that this is so important to them.
Well, first of all, you know that I came to this country for political reasons many years ago.
Yes.
And my dream had always been to be a doctor. And since I couldn't do it, I have always stressed the fact that whatever I could do
Yes.
to help these students get to college, I would do.
Yes.
And I got involved very early in 1985 in the SR program.
Okay.
And I have been nursing this baby ever since.
Oh, well, I know I was fortunate that you asked me to go out and speak to the students, and it's wonderful to see these families there and the change that it's going to make for their lives. And I'm sure that you've enjoyed getting to see them once they've graduated and have them come back to your event.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very much so. So let's talk about your success with McDonald's. I know you started your first location on Harrisburg in Magnolia here in the Houston area, but you actually were in the East Coast and then came to Houston. Tell us that story.
Right. Well, we had a knitting factory on the East Coast in New Jersey.
Yes.
And it burned to the ground in 1982.
Yes.
So when it burned, my husband wanted to rebuild, but I did want to own a McDonald's restaurant.
Why McDonald's? What interests you about McDonald's?
I don't know. I thought it was such a great company.
Yes.
It was such an icon.
Yes.
And I always wanted to get a McDonald's restaurant. Well, I finally convinced them.
Yes.
And when we started the process, we started in California, then we went to New York, and we started training there. We only trained for 10 months before we got our first restaurant.
So when you were training, Nelly, were they subsidizing your salaries? How did you guys, you know, survive? Tell us about those early years.
Don't forget that when the factory burned, we weren't working. So we were able to train full time.
Okay.
So we put a whole 40 hours into our training. Mm-hmm. That's why we were able to do it so fast. Some people take 3 years, some people take 4 years.
You guys were committed to get it done.
All the way, all the way.
Done. Well, I still remember your husband. Very strong personality, just like you. But you guys were a dynamic duo, and you got things done. You guys got things done. You come to Houston, you didn't know anyone, but very quickly got that first McDonald's, then went out to the medical center, got that second. Fast forward, how many McDonald's today?
27.
27.
A lot of hard work, Laura.
A lot of work. Tell us, you know, when you first got to Houston, what were some of the struggles you had the first few years?
Well, the first few years, even though you have the McDonald's name, it's not as easy as you think it would be.
It's a lot of competition.
A lot of competition.
So what did you do to get business? How did you get your first McDonald's up and running?
I had the best PR man in the world.
Yeah, you
did.
You did.
He was the one. I took care of operations.
Yes.
And he was the one that went out there and shook hands in churches, in every place he could really go to.
Yes.
And within, let me tell you, he was Mr. McDonald's really quick. Everybody knew him.
He was. Everywhere he went, you guys got stopped, and he was so passionate about it, and your employees, even today, I know your success is a great tribute to those employees, including your daughter, who I know is very much involved and has been since she was 12. Tell us a little bit about your children and their engagement with McDonald's and how they've helped you get where you are today.
Well, my oldest one, Marisol, worked with us for 14 years and then went her own way. Marisol, which is my youngest one, since she was 12, she wanted to be at McDonald's.
Yes.
I told you that she worked in the summertime in the drive-thru, and she was the best one. At 12, you want to be the best at everything you do.
Yes.
And she worked for the whole summer, and then after that, she worked on weekends, went through college, working through weekends, so she's never stayed away from from the restaurant, never.
Well, and it has to be very empowering for your employees to see two women at the helm leading, not one, not two, but 27 McDonald's. What does that feel like for you as a mother, as a woman?
Number one, we are two strong women.
Yes.
Number two, people, they have trust in us. You should see how our employees, they don't talk with their family. They come and they talk to us. They have a problem and they sit with us, and there's a lot of trust. We are a big family, a big family.
Yes, you are. Well, we'll be right back with Houston legend Nelly Quijano. And we are back here with Houston legend Nelly Quijano. The Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is so happy to be here with you, and we're really excited so that you can learn more about Nelly, the work she's been doing with McDonald's. She's truly an inspiration to all of us. So Nelly, let's talk a little bit about you growing up. And you are a to-do type of person. I've known you since I was a young child from the area of Magnolia where your McDonald's restaurant was. You know, our family had a Mexican restaurant. I too, like your daughter, was there in the way and helping as I could as a young child. But as I talk to you today and I see just the impact that you're having in our community as a woman, as a Latina, we're so proud of you. But I think for folks who are watching who want to be entrepreneurs that aspire to one day owning a business, they think, well, I don't have the capital, I don't have the education, I have a hope and a dream. Tell us a little bit about growing up, what you were like, what your parents did when you were growing up. What did they do for a living?
My parents had a supermarket in Cuba.
Okay.
So when the political problems started in Cuba, my parents came to me and they said, you are going to the United States.
Okay.
And I came to the United States in the Peter Pan program,
yes,
which was the largest exodus of unaccompanied children,
yes,
into this country.
Okay.
And when I came, of course, I had to work.
Yes.
Couldn't go to college.
How old were you when you came to the
15.
US? Okay.
So couldn't go to college. I started working right away, but I was lucky enough to get a job at a bank, and they paid for my education. So I went full-time,
okay,
to the bank in the morning,
mm-hmm,
you know, during the day, and then I went to school at night.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what helped me get to where we are today.
What did you study when you were in school?
What did I want to do?
Yeah, what did you want to do?
My dream was to be a doctor.
Yes. Why doctor?
What
was it about it?
I don't know. Always wanted to be a doctor.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
Always. And since I couldn't do it,
mm-hmm,
I had to look for something that would fulfill,
yes,
the person who I was.
yes,
I'm very persistent.
yes,
I had a lot of dreams.
yeah,
I never give up. I set goals. And, you know, I had a great man next to me.
yes,
That was all the same as I was.
very much so.
So together,
Very
we
much
did
so.
it together.
Where did you guys meet?
We met in school,
Okay.
and we got married in 1962
Yes.
in New York,
Uh-huh.
and my kids were born after that.
Yeah. And so here you are, fast forward, with so much on your plate, and you're still going like it was yesterday. Where do you get that drive, Nelly? And what can you say to people who are out there who want to fulfill their dreams?
Number one, you have to find your passion.
Yes.
You have to identify what you want to do in your life.
But what if they don't know?
Oh, eventually you will know. At least
Yes.
I knew what I wanted
Yes.
to do. But find your passion, set your goals. But you know what I use all the time? The word persistent.
Yes.
I do not give up.
Yeah.
I can try something, and if it doesn't work, I try it again and again till I make it work.
Yeah. Has there been a time when you've tried again and again and it didn't work, but you just kept at it, I'm assuming?
You have to.
Yeah.
You fall,
Yes.
get yourself up,
Yes.
keep going,
Yeah.
and then at the end of the journey, you know that it was all worth it.
Yes. So as a woman, what advice do you have for mothers who are working, going to school, they feel guilty because they don't perhaps have the time, the resources to be with their children, with their extended family? I mean, you've done it all. What do you have to say, especially to women?
It is so hard today because children come from school and they don't have the parents there because the mothers need to work.
Yes.
So both parents need to work.
Yes.
At least one of the things that I always did, and I think we've lost a little bit today, is the parents coming home and eating together.
Yes.
Talking through how the day was for the children, how the day was for them. Having that communication is extremely important. So, because they practically don't know each other. The kids come from school today and they close the door in their bedroom and you don't see them for the rest of the night.
Right.
So, to me, that is important.
Well, and you were able to do that through the restaurant because your children were able to integrate, whether it was a summer or weekends, and spend time and actually watching, not listening to what you say, but watching you do what you do, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you've lived a very interesting life, Nelly. You've been able to touch so many people. As you think of your employees, what's your hope for your employees at McDonald's?
Well, we have almost 1,500 employees.
Yes.
We are a big family.
Yes.
Every time one of my employees comes to me and say, I just bought a house,
Yes.
or I just bought a car, I feel that I have helped them a little bit
Yes.
to obtain that dream.
Yes.
And that fulfills me completely.
Yeah. So the last question of the interview is thinking about your legacy. What would you like Nelly Quijano's legacy to be?
The person that always cared for people. The person that was always there when you needed her. That's all I can tell you. I'm always there for whoever needs me.
And you really are. And so we appreciate you. We appreciate the role you played on our board at the Chamber of Commerce. We appreciate McDonald's. And thank you for being a Houston legend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us here on Houston Legends. We'll be back. My name is Dr. Laura Murillo. We'll see you next time on Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce program. Thank you.